My fellow Americans, as I speak to you today, our nation is standing on the precipice of an economic disaster. By this time tomorrow, we could all be out of work and homeless. That is why I encourage you to party like a rock star today. Max out your credit cards and just go nuts. At first, I thought about canceling this week's Friday Funnies in order to travel to Washington and devote my full attention to the crisis at hand. Then I thought I could better serve humanity with the addition of a few smiles and possibly a chuckle or two. That, plus I have no idea how we got into this financial crisis, nor do I have a clue as to how we can get out. All I know is that I am taking what remaining money I have left and investing it all in pencils and apples. Because in every movie I've ever seen about the Great Depression, pencils and apples were big sellers on the street. I'm Dale Irvin, and I approve this message. Hey, happy Friday, everybody. It is September 26th, and time for this week's Friday Funnies. Big, shocking news of the week was Clay Aiken's announcement that he is gay. Wow. Who knew? I mean, other than everybody. But there were a lot of wacky stories in this week's news, so let's get started. The first couple I like to call no shirt, no shoes, no pants even. You know, I am not a nudist, and right about now you should be very, very happy for that fact. But I fully respect the rights of people who wish to take their clothes off and perform their everyday duties. Well, apparently I don't share this opinion with everybody. Down in Delhi, Illinois. Hello, Delhi! In Delhi, Illinois, a female bartender was arrested for performing her job in the nude. That's right, Janet Brannon was the only person on duty at the Cabin Tavern, and I'm guessing either she didn't have anything clean to wear that day or the bar was just too hot. Either way, she decided to pour the drinks that day au natural. Now, nobody in the bar complained, as you can well imagine, until two police deputies came in on a routine visit, and they didn't like what they saw, and they arrested Janet after about an hour and a half. Meanwhile, in Portland, Oregon, Jennifer Mass, a.k.a. Earth Friend Jen, was riding her bicycle around town wearing only a helmet for protection. Other than that, she was completely naked, and the police were getting complaints of this nude female biker. Who were the complaints coming from? Construction workers. Construction workers. Since when do construction workers complain about female nudity? What are these guys working on? They're building the Clay Aiken Museum, maybe. All right, Wisconsin, where beer is a way of life. In Fond du Lac, let me ask you this question. What's better than going to the county fair with your dad and having a beer? Especially if you're 4 years old. That's what happened in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. At the county fair, a guy walked into the beer tent, said, "I'd like 2 beers. Yeah, hey there, 1 for me, 1 for the boy." And the person pouring the beers thought he was kidding, just gave him 2 beers. He immediately handed 1 to his 4-year-old son. Then, to his credit, he shared his with his 2-year-old son. He was pretty much immediately arrested by police, who told him that, you know, they do have a drinking age in Wisconsin. He was charged with child endangerment. The kids, however, did not complain. You know, the 2-year-old was fast asleep, and the 4-year-old was just fascinated by the way that he could belch the alphabet. And finally, this week in Plymouth, Wisconsin, David Highland was arrested for his 5th DUI. And when police pulled him over, he said, "Thank you for all you've done. I shouldn't be driving." What a polite drunk. You know, he reminds me of Otis from the old Andy Griffith show. Well, he's facing 3 years on this felony conviction, and if he gets it, he'll have plenty of time to write formal thank you notes. Hey, that's all I have for you this week. Remember, the big news, you heard it first. Clay Aiken, gay. John McCain, old. Barack Obama, black. Breaking news as it happens, film at 11. See you next week.